And they are incredible. They will be at their house often. We will go to their house. They are incredible. Her grandmother absolutely loves us. So yes.
Where would we stay?
We're going to talk about that a little bit. We'll show you the pictures. Yeah. All right, Palmyra, this is Pastor Modesto. He used to be the president of the organization. He is now the vice president because now he stepped away. His wife, Anna Isabel, who happens to have the same birthday as me, Anna Isabel is now helping to lead the churches. And so this is Palmyra, which is about 25 minutes away, and Pastor Modesto is one of the most modest men. He's quiet. When he talks, he has a lot of depth to him. He is learning English. He is phenomenal. He can carry on great conversation in English. And their church, surrounded by their church, is their home, as well as also some of their families, their children's homes as well. And we are very close to them.
They have how many daughters? 8 daughters and 1 son?
And 1 son.
Yeah. 8 daughters and 1 son, and most of them live on their property. Like they all have little houses around their property.
Son is the youth pastor at the church, and their daughter Raquel helped to plant a church in an area which we're going to talk about called Comunidad. And again, when I said that it's about broken relationships, that is a lot of what you will see within this family. Raquel's husband used to be the pastor of a church that he's going to talk about, who he cheated on Raquel, and now Raquel is left to help pastor and lead the church. Anna Isabel leads over it. So,
I'm talking.
So this is Palmyra. Whenever we go there, we literally arrived there. Last year, we got off the plane at like 8:30 at night. We made it to their church, and then she's like, "All right, you're getting up there. You're going to preach." We're like, "No, we're going to get up and say hi." So they love everything that we can do with them, and you will greatly enjoy the ministry that they will bring to us, as well as also what we're going to be able to do.
And we'll also, on the Saturday night that we're there, we're going to do a really big youth rally. We're going to invite a bunch of different churches, and it'll be here at their church. And Pastor Kwan's going to speak. You guys are going to do a bunch of awesome stuff, and it's going to be cool.
We've done a lot of work at this church. We painted the church. We did a lot of stuff here, and they are really fantastic.
So this is Comunidad. Comunidad is another church a little ways away from Palmyra. And we've done youth leadership training there. That's what this is, this circle. We were playing a game with all the youth leaders. This is Anna Isabel. She is actually leads up the church. This is the church that Raquel, her husband, was the pastor, and then when he left her, they left the church too. And Raquel still attends the church and helps out, and her mother is now taking over the church. And we will go have services here as well. One thing I will say about this church, one of the best times of worship I have ever had in my life was at this church. And there's no air conditioning. So, and by the way, guys, one thing I'll say is get ready to be hot all the time. You will sweat, and you will sweat, and you will sweat, and you'll take a shower, and I swear as soon as you get out of the shower, you're sweating. And then there is a pool where we'll be, and we'll get to go in the pool, but there's times where I've been in that pool, and it feels so hot and disgusting, it's like you don't even want to be in a pool. Which it feels weird to say that, but it is so hot. And this church, when we go to services, we'll talk about it later, boys have to wear pants. You don't necessarily have to wear like a button-down shirt and stuff and tuck it in or whatever, but wear pants. Not shorts to the services. You can wear shorts other times, but not to the services. And I made that mistake. That was an embarrassing thing. Looking around, I'm the only person in the whole entire church of like 300 people with shorts on, so won't do that again. Anyway, they just love Jesus. I've never seen people just like, you're just talking to them, and all of a sudden they're just like going for God, like just so intensely going for God, like, hey, how's it going? And it's like going for God, like what in the world just happened? Like really? We had a night where we were jumping around and doing all kinds of stuff in praise and worship, and we were just soaked to the bone. And it's like you don't even care. You're just loving on Jesus, and it's really. I hope that happens again, because that was a really awesome experience. But that is a church called Comunidad, and we'll be doing some ministry there too. We won't probably do VBS at all because the the kids will be at school. They go year-long school, so they have different breaks throughout different times. And we've been there when they have been on break, and we'll do like VBSs throughout the day, but they won't be on break while we're there. So, all right.
Hope Fellowship is a church that is with the Vineyard movement. And so Pastor Henry, who is this gentleman right here, is an old tourist, very successful in that business. Tourism is huge, and you make the most money in tourism if you speak fluent English and you can work in tourism down there. Pastor Henry was very successful. He became a pastor, and it is one of the only churches in that area that has an English-speaking service as well as also the Spanish services. The prominent people of the community go to Hope Fellowship, doctors, dentists, those types of things, veterinarians, and then also the expats who go for the English service go to Hope Fellowship. They also have a ministry called Pan de Vida, which is in a little area called Philadelphia, which is about 45 minutes away. Bread of Life, they go out to an area where there is not church, and and there's a lot of kids, and we'll go out there, we'll do some fun games with the kids, a feeding program with the kids, and different things like that with them. Most of those people that when we go to Pan de Vida, which I'm still talking to Pastor Henry and connecting, most of their husbands are in jail, and so there's no father figure. And so it's a lot of single ladies with a lot of children who are coming there for the meal and then games and then a little bit of, and then we do like a lesson. Pastor Henry is our connection into the local schools. He is who got us into the school system, which Daryl told you guys about. The first time when we went there, after we did the first thing, he told you that they told us a salvation message. After day 2, I went in and met with the principal, and we basically had an open invitation to go anywhere that we wanted to go, do whatever it is that we wanted to do. And so our big plan and vision is for 1 year for us to be able to raise the money and rent the buses to transport all of the kids from the school to Hope Fellowship and their parents to Hope Fellowship to do a big, huge children's and parenting thing. So this is Hope Fellowship, where they also do, and this is the school right here. They also have a great ministry where they go out into the community and help people in their homes or help people who have construction needs or anything else, and they help take care of them. Because they have the finances of the expats, this is the richest church that's there. Yep.
What's an expat?
Expat would be an old, someone who transported, who moved
Maybe
there
for work
from
they
the
moved to
US
Costa
or
Rica.
Canada.
Okay, thank you.
And so and the thing is where we will be, you will see a lot of people, the stores and stuff that are people from the United States, people from Canada, and you might meet some. And then especially when we've done a lot with this church, we'll see, community, Joe, like, hey, John, we'll just see him walking around and stuff and know them. Okay, homeless ministry. So I'm hoping, I haven't heard yet what's going on. It is still going on? Okay. So on Tuesday nights, they do a homeless ministry. They meet kind of by the beach and on this street. And what we do is we have a service, and depending on who's in charge of it now will be how much we'll be involved in it. We've gone and done the whole thing and done all kinds of dramas and things for it. And then we've done times where we just come and we kind of are there and help feed the homeless. And we've given clothes to the homeless. What happens is on Tuesday nights, the people that are homeless in the community or around the streets, they will come to this. I'll be honest with you, sometimes they come very drunk, okay? We've had people act really crazy. I've been the person that kind of like get in front of the girls and the drunk guy, to try to make sure you don't feel uncomfortable or whatever. So I feel like I never had to tackle anyone or anything, but I almost did.
And we will go over, and before we leave the house to go to any ministry opportunity, we will go over rules for behavior and what your role is where we're going. So
And we have
before we
shorts on
leave,
there,
before we leave to go to homeless ministry, we will go over very much boys where you stand, girls where you stand, and what you do and what you don't do.
So, and that's a ministry on Tuesday nights that we'll hopefully be able to be a part of, and it's right by the beach. It's really cool. But I think this picture right here, we were standing here doing like a song, and then literally the kids started screaming because red ants started crawling up their legs, like right after that picture. Right there. Yeah, they bite.
Can I interview?
Okay, so
Yeah, hold on a second.
When we were playing with the kids in Africa,
Yeah.
South Africa, a scorpion came up
Mm.
right in the middle of our game.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, all the kids ran over there to kill it. They were stomping on it.
Oh,
And then they
nice.
came back. Okay, let's play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And you're just like, what just happened?
Okay, so the different types of ministry that we may do while we're there, and we are going to stress we may do. I'm in charge of all the scheduling, and so it's a really big thing for me because I'm not going to be there the first Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I get there Saturday night. So, Daryl will be, he's totally fine.
I'll take you.
So, yeah, you guys are well taken care of. Okay, so the reason why we say what we may do is I create a calendar of what's gonna happen, and when we get there, there's a whole lot of red ink all over it because everything changes. And so why we say we may do is because we could think that we're gonna go and do a homeless ministry, and then we get there and something happened and we're headed off to somebody's house to go do a prayer ministry at their home. So that's what we said we may do. Youth rally and training. Daryl talked about the youth rally that is happening. I have no doubts about that. Hopefully Pastor Quan will be preaching at that. You guys will be doing some really fun, energetic, high energy, icebreakers, games, get them moving, get them excited. Worship is going to happen. Pastor Quan will preach. There'll be an altar service, and then there'll be a hangout where they're going to want to get to know you guys, take a lot of selfies. So if you have selfies, take them. It's really fun. So, and then training, youth trainings. It is a big ministry that we have while we're there. We go to Comunidad and the churches get together, and then we do a lot of things about what you can do to better the ministry. With you guys being youth that are here, we're basically going to let you guys share what worked for you. Just because you live in the States, you all have the same problems. There's still peer pressure, there's still anxieties, it's the same problems, just pick you up and put you in a different place. Feeding the homeless, he talked about working at the monkey farm. This could be anything from painting a sign to digging a ditch to clearing away an area where pigs were at. I mean, it could be literally anything. And I will talk to you about what clothing to bring for that later. Street evangelism. Sometimes there's times where maybe the ministry we had set up isn't going to happen. We're not going to just sit around and hang out at the pool. We're going to walk down and we're going to go meet the people that we're going to see all the time. That's how we're known there, is that people see us and they see who Christ is in us. We spent mornings where if there wasn't something on the calendar, we go down to Cocoa Beach and we're picking trash up off the grounds. And I'll tell you what, 3 weeks later, when we're in the grocery store, people have come up to me and said, hey, nobody's ever come here and has cared about our community the way that you guys have because you guys are picking up the trash. That is ministry. And so while you may think I'm just picking up some bottle caps, it's ministry. Speaking in testimonies, she'll speak a little bit more about that with you guys about how to plan out your testimonies, and we'll incorporate those into the messages. Painting, building, again, these are just, altar ministry is a definite. Even if you don't speak Spanish, I feel a hand on my back when I'm praying at the altar, and I know that someone's there behind me, and I know that they're praying for me. I may not understand what they're saying, but they know that someone's there for them. So you will be up at the altar, you will be praying where you feel comfortable. And so you guys know what it is. I have never pushed somebody and said, get up there and go pray. But where you feel comfortable doing that. Children's ministry, teaching in schools, church services, women's, men's, drama and worship. I think we're going to talk later to see if we have like being a witness, prayer walks, anything else with that.
No, just here's a scripture that we've used in the past that we really feel kind of encompasses what we are about. If you spin yourselves on behalf of the hungry and satisfy the needs of the oppressed, then your light will rise in the darkness and your night will become like the noonday. And I love that phrase, spin yourself, because this week you are going to be spending yourself in ministry and for the people of Costa Rica. And it's going to be pretty awesome. So, all right. All right, we're going to get up since you've been sitting
Okay,
for a while.
let's go to the bathroom.
Oh.
Is that okay for me to go to the bathroom break?
Amen.
Go to the bathroom break or something else?
That's my next step.
Okay.